And we're back. Welcome, everybody, to the Coscast episode 37, where we will be talking about crossover fandoms and cosplay. Yeah, as usual, I am your main host, Pixiedustcosplay, and with me I have my two fabulous co-hosts.
Annabella Cosplay.
And Enyassia Cosplay.
Welcome, ladies. Welcome. Now, originally, we were going to talk to Matti and Mir from Fandomly Cosplay this Sunday, but sadly, they had to postpone the interview, so we're going to try to do that next weekend, hopefully. And, yeah, so today is the subject of crossover fandoms, and I don't know if you guys are very familiar with that topic.
None.
At all.
None at all. This will be fun.
This will be an interesting and educating episode for everyone. Okay. But before we get into our main topic of the day, let's talk a little bit about cosplay progress. Have we made any progress on our cosplay projects during this past week?
I have made that thing.
And what is that thing?
I'm not saying. No, it's the start for my blue wind dress, and it's the color thingy, and I am working with this fabric for the dress, and I don't really have anything more to show because it takes a lot of time to just piece the things together.
Yes, it does, for sure. How about you, Enyassia? Have you done anything?
One thing, it's not actually me who's done it, but Madhouse FX just sent my order for of the link ears I ordered.
Cool.
So I guess I will be seeing it shortly.
Awesome. You'll have to wear them for an episode.
Yep.
Well, I have been cutting out parts for the top of my dress for the Arwen cosplay. So that took a little bit of time, but what's been taking up most of my time is the embroidery on the upper sleeve of Arwen's Requiem dress. So as you can see here, this is teeny tiny pieces of silver thread that I have pieced onto very skimpy thin fabric. So this is taking a week. Basically.
Looks nice.
Yeah, you've gotten pretty far as well.
Yeah, so this is one sleeve, so I have one more to do after this, but I'm pretty pleased with it as a whole. Though I think I'll just have to steam it afterwards to get some of the crinkles out of the fabric. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. It just takes a long time. You need a lot of patience, but it's not hard, so it's actually kind of, cathartic for me to just sit there and do nothing but focus on the stitching. And beyond that, I haven't really done much. Haven't had the time to do much. But I'm hoping to style my Link wig soon, and I also will be ordering some new ears from Madhouse FX for both my Arwen cosplay and for my Link. So yeah, that's happening. And also, I can see some of our viewers have already commented in our chat, and that's super cool. Hi, Ryurai and Cecilia. Nice to have you back. And as always, if you have any comments that you want to share with us or any questions that you want to ask during the episode, you are welcome to do so in our chat on YouTube, which is right next to the video. So please participate. We really appreciate it. Okay, so let's move on to cosplay news. There have been a few things happening this week. The biggest and maybe saddest news of the week is that Alan Rickman, aka Severus Snape, passed away. And nerds and nerdettes all over the world are saddened by this.
Yes, I'm saying Lumos, and I'm shining my wand with lights in the air.
Yeah. Yeah, we all are. It's so sad. Alan Rickman was such a cool actor.
His voice. I'm gonna miss his voice.
Yes. And that snarkiness that only he could have. Okay, so rest in peace, Alan Rickman. You have brought joy and fun to a lot of people.
Even though he always played like evil
Bad guys.
characters.
Yeah, but beloved bad guys,
Oh
nonetheless.
yeah, yes, of course.
Okay. Next on our newsreel is Okami Photography is going to be cooperating with Norwegian online store Nerdepotalen this year. So I'm very curious to see what this cooperation has to offer in the future.
And also, House of Nerds and House of Cosplay is going to have a Warbler workshop with Evelyn Cosplay, I believe,
Yes, Evelyn.
at the 24th of January.
Yes.
So they have a event on Facebook, so you can go and check it out there if you want any information about where and what you need. And
Yes, just type in House of Cosplay and I think you'll find it.
yes.
Also, a teeny tiny bit of news for those of you who need wigs, specifically very colorful or Gothic Lolita inspired wigs. Gothic Lolita wigs are having a 25% sale. If you use the code HOLIDAY25 in their online store, you can get 25% off your next wig. So that's a big fair piece of news for all of you wig addicts out there. Oh, Cecilia Hansner asking, what can I ask what Hogwarts houses you all are in? Yes, you can. I am a Ravenclaw. How about you, Enyassia and Annabella? Which houses do you belong in?
Ravenclaw.
Nope.
Or maybe Slytherin, because I think my personality is kind of parted.
Yeah, you would have to choose if the sorting hat would ask you, so where should I put you?
I guess Ravenclaw, because some days I feel like Gryffindor, but never Hufflepuff. I'm sorry, Hufflepuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, unfortunately I've never identified as Hufflepuff or Slytherin. It's either Gryffindor or Ravenclaw, but I'm more of a Ravenclaw because I'm a bookish nerd and I love to learn, and I tend to be serious at some, so yeah.
I would say I would like to think that I'm in Gryffindor because I like to think that I'm the adventurous, courageous person.
Right. So
Yes.
there you go. But I also.
But I love.
But you love.
Ah.
Oh no, she froze. Oh wow.
Oh. Oh.
Wow. Well, okay, but yeah, I've taken a few tests online, and I always end up Ravenclaw, so it's nice. But what did you say, Enyassia? You also?
I love books, though.
Yeah. So you're a bit of a Ravenclaw too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Hermione loves books, and she is Gryffindor, so.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah,
so
I'm a Hermione.
Gryffindor. Yeah. And Cecilia Hansen, we would like, yeah, she says she is Hufflepuff, which is very adorable. Hufflepuffs are very nice and loyal people.
I love Hufflepuff. They love nature and stuff like that, and it seems like the most cute and nice house.
Everyone's friends in Hufflepuff.
Yes.
It surely seems that way. Yeah. Enyassia is having some problems with her computer, so if she keeps falling in and out, it's not by design. She's very frustrated, so she's trying to work with it and get it fixed. So.
Ah!
Okay.
Rage!
Nerd rage. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's really lagging on my screen, so when she was raging, she was just like this.
And
then suddenly she moved. And I was like, what? Okay. I was thinking that maybe she had a secret talent in,
Buktality.
Yes.
Yes.
Ventriloquism. Yes, ventriloquism. All right. Moving on. Let's not derail too long on this.
No.
Like we don't have a problem with that already. Right.
Oh.
So that's all of the cosplay news that we have. Oh, no, wait. The Retro Games Fair, eller Retrospillmässen, has released their date. So they will be... When was
14th
their...
of May, and I can't go because everyone who's a hairdresser have to work that day because it's before 17th of May.
All right.
So it's gonna be a busy day at work, and I'm like, fuck.
You can't get off.
No.
Oh, I would like to go. I just don't know if I'll be able to either because I have a lot of exams in May and April. So that's like the busiest time of the year for me, and it's my last year. So I really need to focus.
Understandable.
So, yeah, understandable. So yeah, we'll just have to see how my con season goes this spring. Right. So let's move on to our main topic, which is crossover fandoms. Now, before I get into the whole nitty-gritty technical parts of it, what does crossover fandom mean to you guys? And I'm talking to Annabella and Enyassia, but also the audience. Do you have any perceptions about it?
It's characters from one, maybe fandom that crosses over to another. Maybe if a Jedi suddenly appeared at Hogwarts or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Or if you take a character and make it look like, if you have like the Flintstones and then you make them look like the Jetsons, which is a sci-fi futuristic cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah, no, basically a crossover is a fanfic or a piece of art or a cosplay in which two or more fandoms are combined in some way. So you might have, Harry Potter characters appearing in The Lord of the Rings, or in the roles of characters in The Lord of the Rings. Or maybe they encounter characters from The Lord of the Rings. So that's basically the easiest way to describe it. And there are a lot of different ways in which people express these kind of things. Like earlier today, I was researching FanFiction, which is one of the elements we will be focusing on in this week's episode on the subject of crossovers. So I found a Harry Potter Sherlock crossover fanfiction. So this is a story that's written about characters from two different fandoms who meet each other in the realm of Harry Potter. And in this fanfiction, Sherlock Holmes is investigating a murder in Privet Drive. And it turns out that Harry Potter is Sherlock's son. So, so the whole thing is titled, "It's Elementary, John. I Have a Son." So I found that to be kind of interesting.
I haven't read up on my Sherlock, so...
No. Well, no, there's a lot to read on Sherlock. It's a whole big thing, but I think this is probably Sherlock from the BBC television show and not the original Sir Arthur Conan Doyle Sherlock. If that tells you anything.
No. I've seen the one with Robert Downey Jr., that's all.
Okay, well, yeah, then you have a lot of catching up to do. There are a lot of Sherlock Holmes things out there. There's the BBC one, there's the original books, there is the Robert Downey Jr. movies, and there is the Elementary show where Lucy Liu plays Dr. Watson.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's actually kind of entertaining. I like it.
And you have like Basil Mouse, which is a ripoff of Sherlock Holmes, I think.
Definitely.
That one I've watched. I love Basil. Cartoons! Yay!
Cecilia is writing that she's just waiting for Hollywood to do a Super Wholock parody. So Doctor Who and Sherlock and Superman or something. I don't know. But they have to get enough money to do Sherlock first.
Yeah.
I like the idea that Wholock might actually happen. It's so fun. Okay, so someone out there knows something that we don't know. Apparently Wholock is a thing that might actually get made. I don't know how I feel about that.
Interesting. Sure. Why
Yeah.
not?
Why not?
I mean, it could be plausible if, like, Doctor Who visits the time
Hollywood.
from
Right.
where Sherlock lives, and they do like crime solving together.
Maybe. Time is very relative in Who-lock crime solving, I suppose.
Yep.
I guess. Okay, so yeah, and there's fan fiction about everything. There's My Little Pony Avengers fan fiction out there.
Wow.
With
How does
crossovers.
that happen?
I'm not sure, but if you go to fanfiction.net, you can find crossover stories about pretty much everything or anything you can imagine.
Interesting.
Yes. So yeah, I can link it to everyone in the chat. And so you could just you choose one fandom, then it takes you to another site, and you choose the second fandom, and then it takes you to a list of fan fiction that include those two fandoms. So I've never been, a big like fan fiction reader, but it's kind of funny.
That's part of like fandoms and the internet that I've never ever checked out.
Now, yeah, there's lots of awesome stuff that we just don't know anything about. And yeah, as I said, as Cecilia Hansen said, the Hollywood show is on YouTube, and it makes amazing parodies. Just FYI, I did not know that, so I will be checking that out after the show. So you guys have never read any fan fiction before?
Never.
Have you ever
No,
read?
I haven't
Only
read.
the originals. That's the only thing for me. Sorry.
Have you ever written any fan fiction?
No.
No.
Only used my own imagination and ripped stuff off.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know if this counts as fan fiction, but I think when I was like 12 or 13 or something, I decided I want to try writing a book. And I had basically wrote 2 chapters that completely ripped off Elizabeth Moon's first chapters in The Legend of Paxenarian. So yeah, that's my brief random affiliation with fanfiction. That is all.
All my stories usually contained graveyards and some people dying and weird names. I had this story at school, maybe I was like 12 or 13 or something, and I wrote a story about a guy named Reckleif, which isn't a real name at all, Reckleif. So I just that was my thing.
Why not? We all have things. Ryuroi says that it was crossover fanfiction from fanfiction who got me into cosplaying in the first place. It made me so much fan of Kagome from Inuyasha, so I ended up cosplaying her.
Nice.
But and Cecilia Hansen says the funniest thing is to read bad fanfictions, though, and I can believe that.
But wouldn't you be in like, wouldn't fanfiction be able to ruin things for you? Ruin the story or ruin a character?
Well, I've wondered about that myself, but I think if you really love a character, that doesn't really bother you. It just adds a different dimension to it. Or you think, okay, so let's say alternate universe, and this character would behave like this in this alternate universe, like Marvel and DC Comics do, where they have alternate universes or multiverses going all at the same time.
Yes.
Because there's not one Spider-Man. There's like a bajillion Spider-Man. There's Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man,
And so on and so on.
And so on and so forth. So I think it kind of works like that. Maybe.
I would kind of, maybe I would get a little bit provoked if someone wrote something about the character that I love that I didn't think would fit that character.
Yeah, that's quite possible. But then again, just stop reading the fanfiction.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't step over and being an internet troll. Don't go that far.
Because no one's forcing you to read the fanfiction. You clicked into that link yourself, and you kept reading out of your own volition. So
this is true.
Yeah, I figure if you don't like it, just don't read it. That's my advice, at least. Don't be a troll.
No, never.
Be
Try
like
not to.
Bill. Be like Bill.
Oh yeah, it's probably funny to read fan fiction where there's gender bending going on, or swaps like Miss Draco, like if Harry Potter was a girl and Hermione was a boy and so forth. Oh, Ida says the weirdest fanfic I've read was Bellatrix and Voldemort going to Hawaii or something. So bad, but still so good.
Why? Why? I have, of course, read cartoons people have made, sort of fan fiction.
Yeah.
And if you can count people making, fake Twitter accounts, that's kind of, you have a Twitter account that's Voldemort's, and you have Harry Potter, and you have God and Unicorn and stuff like this. And these Twitter accounts kind of encounter each other.
Oh
and
yeah, I love that.
Turns out so funny.
Yes, that's awesome. It's kind of like when the different countries talk to each other on Facebook, if you know that meme. It's hilarious. Okay, but let's move on from written fan fiction and go into fan art. I figure I would show you guys some very cool crossover fan art. Let's see there. Share for everyone. Okay, so this is fan art made by a girl named Rakea Ranak, and this is Sailor Moon Disney princesses. How adorable is that? Yeah, so they've taken the original Disney princess outfits and turned them into Sailor Moon inspired outfits.
I love the guy or girl who made the Disney princesses look like horror things.
Oh yeah, the zombies and
stuff like
that's
that.
very fun.
Love it.
We should definitely do one of those.
Yeah. Now this is a Doctor Who series I would watch. Professor McGonagall as Doctor Who. I mean, seriously, this I want to see. It would be awesome, I believe.
Yeah.
Who better than Maggie Smith, right? Okay. So this is obviously something that is photoshopped. So this I count this as fanfiction art. And this is steampunk versions of Mickey and Minnie Mouse by Mechanic Fairy at DeviantArt.
So cute.
Yes, so cute. It kind of, gives it a different flair, a different flavor. I really like Minnie's outfit, so I could cosplay that in a drop. Oh, that was not my digit. Yeah, and this I just had to include this because this is so wrong on so many levels. This is Levi from Attack on Titan as all the Sailor Moons. Why is this not a thing?
So cute. So cute.
Oh, and this is Naruto as Harry in the Harry Potter universe.
Oh, that looks so cute.
Yeah, so it says Sasuke Potter and the Order of the Ninja. This is by Sirala on DeviantArt. Yes, so clearly there is some very cool fan art out there to be seen.
A lot of cool fan art.
Yes.
Often I don't remember. Often I just scroll through a picture that's awesome, and I know I've seen so many awesome fan art pictures, but I have no idea how to search or what to search to even find them because I don't remember what they were.
Mm. Yeah, no, it took me some time to dig out, some really good and really funny crossover fan art. It wasn't as easy as I thought it would be, but I think I found some really good ones.
Yes, you did. You should be proud.
Yeah. Oh, if you have a fan art crossover piece, link it. I'll show it. Because Ryurai Art says that she might have one. So yeah, definitely link it to us. We'll show it. Okay, so what do you guys think about crossover fan art? Is it interesting? Why do you think people do it?
It's fun because it's if it's a picture that's nicely done and it tells a story and people gets it, it's fun. I don't know how to describe this, but you know when you
Yeah.
see an awesome picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it kind of gives a different view and more variety to just like one character. I mean, you can do
Oops, she froze again.
Yes.
with
Darn
this Harry Potter, steampunk Harry Potter, so on, so on. Disney Harry Potter, whatever, you know.
Yeah, yeah, no, it gives you different flavor to things, definitely.
Ooh, I just found someone who has made Super Mario into a um you know those cars that's not cars but robots?
Oh, Transformers.
Yes, a transformer. Sometimes words just escape my mind.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
but that's perfectly okay.
Both a Luigi and a Mario as transformers.
Oh, cool. You should put it up on our page after we finish the show.
I will try.
Hmm. Okay, so yeah, Ryurai found something she would like us to share, so I'm going to do that.
Yes.
So this is a drawing she did for a cosplayer who cosplays Tyrael. I think that's from Diablo. Who wanted he wanted her to draw him along with some girls from Heaven's Lost Possession. So yeah, I can see that being a crossover.
Cool.
Cool. Good
I
job.
have no knowledge of those fandoms, but it looks like a nice picture.
Yeah, no, I like Diablo. I haven't played it too much, but I kind of like it. Yeah. And yeah, let's see. So I have an example here of cosplayers who have taken those Disney princess fan art, crossover fan arts into cosplay, which is very cool. And I kind of like that the cosplay community is supporting artists in that way. So here you can see like a collection of Sailor Disney princesses. It's very cool. So these are pictures by Robin's Studios. Kind of makes me want to do like a Disney Sailor princess.
I have to watch Sailor Moon, I think, because
Yeah.
I have no knowledge of that fandom either.
No, you're going to have to do that. I want you to do a sailor with me since I'm doing Sailor Mars later on.
I will do that.
Yes. So yeah, and also there's been all of these Art Nouveau Disney princesses that have been very, very popular in the past year. Now, I don't know if you can count it as a crossover, but it's definitely a different style, and it's very interesting that cosplayers are picking up on this as well.
Yes.
And also Sakisu with the merry-go-round and the tea girls and all of that. It's very cool. Let's see. We have time to move on to crossover cosplay, which is the third and last thing that I wanted to put some focus on while talking about crossover fandoms. So let's see if I can just find it here. And I figured we would start off with something that we kind of are all familiar with, which is Apocalypse Disney Princesses. This is Starbit Cosplay doing her Apocalypse Ariel.
Looks so cool.
Absolutely is. I think it's a cool concept, and we also have a picture of Blitzhellion cosplay as Apocalypse Snow White, and this photo is taken by Starbit Cosplay. It kind of gives like a rougher, cooler vibe to the Disney princesses. I think this is, a very original idea.
And it make you have more freedom in how to make the cosplay.
Yeah, it gives you creative freedom. You can
It's
kind
almost
of do your own thing.
Yes, almost like making an OC character.
Yeah, almost. So
Yeah.
I could totally see her killing zombies or whatever. So good job.
Good job.
Yes. And this is a Assassin's Creed and Legend of Zelda crossover that I thought was kind of cool.
Nice.
Assassins of Hyrule. So this photo is by 11 Photography. I tried to find out who the cosplayer was, but I couldn't find it, so I'm sorry. But yeah, I thought it was kind of awesome and very original.
Very.
Yeah, this is Assassin's Creed meets Pocahontas.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a very, very good example of a setting where two fandoms meet. I'm not sure if they're in the Disney world or if they're in Assassin's Creed universe, but
maybe both.
Maybe both. Maybe they've just mixed and become one.
The veil is so thin.
There's a rift between the worlds. The veil is tearing. Something like that.
I really had an idea that I would want to do a World of Warcraft cosplay. The only thing is that I don't really play World of Warcraft, but I want to make an armor.
Yeah.
So you could definitely do like Belle or Ariel or Snow White as a World of Warcraft character. That would be cool.
That would be very cool. Awesome. And that would be very crossover fandom-ish, yes.
And I could make an armor.
Yes, and you could make an armor, definitely. Because World of Warcraft has very cool armor, although it is difficult to move in.
Probably.
So this picture shows steampunk Star Wars, which I thought was very funny.
Yeah.
a brassy Darth Vader and a leather corseted Leia. Ooh. Yeah.
S&M steampunk Star Wars.
It's not that bad, but I thought it was a fun idea to mix Star Wars in with steampunk.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, this is a steampunk Boba Fett by OutlandArmor.com, and photography is by Eurobeat King. And I just thought this was a really cool, like, detailed, very well-made steampunk version of a Star Wars character.
That was really cool.
Yeah, because you can still totally see that it's Boba Fett, but it's a very, very steampunk Boba Fett.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's what I have collected. So what do you guys think about crossover cosplay in general?
Intriguing.
Cool.
Wow, you guys like one word.
If I start talking in several long sentences, I lag. So cool.
I just found a picture of someone who has drawn Shrek as an ogre in, I think it's ogre from World of Warcraft.
Orc, probably.
Orc. Probably Orc. You are right. But because he's an ogre in Shrek. It looks really cool, but you can see it's Shrek still.
Yeah. So our viewers, Cecilia, is saying, I think it's really fun and creative, and I would have to agree. It's very fun and creative, and it's just a new way to show your love towards fandoms and characters that you love. And you know, like Annabella, you really like the armor from World of Warcraft, but haven't really played the game, so you can't really identify with the characters. But you do love Disney princesses, so you can mesh those two together and do something really cool and unique.
That's a possibility.
Yes. Yeah. So generally, we like it. We do. So have any, Enyassia, have you thought about doing a crossover cosplay at some point?
Yeah. Just the other day now, I was thinking about Lolita Merida.
Oh, yeah. That would be interesting.
Yeah. Just like the same as she is, just with bangs and lots of riffles.
Yeah. Maybe a slightly shorter skirt, I imagine.
Yeah.
Poofiness.
Yes, poofiness and stockings and Lolita shoes and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that sounds like a really fun thing to do. I don't know. I've been thinking about the Sailor Disney, seriously, but beyond that, I haven't really thought too much about it. But I think that's because I have so many other characters that I really, really, really want to do
We
So-
could have done a My Little Pony Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah, that would be
would have
so
been
cool.
so cute and fitting.
And very fitting, yes, because we're already planning on doing a My Little Pony anyway. At least me and Annabella are. So why not?
Exactly.
What do you think, Enyassia? Would that be something for you? My Little Pony / Sailor Moon crossover cosplay? Quiet.
I didn't hear because I lagged.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry. Now, we were asking, would you like to do a My Little Pony / Sailor Moon crossover cosplay? Does that sound interesting?
Sure. Then we can have like really colorful wigs and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Pinkie Pie! I call Pinkie Pie!
Yes. Twilight
Rainbow
Sparkle.
Dash.
I
See, that solved itself really easy. Everyone wanted a different character. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness for no fighting.
But we're different, so that's obviously why it's that way.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Ryuroi also sent us a picture of a crossover cosplay she did. She had a friend who was cosplaying Saber from Fate Stay Night who meets England from Hetalia, and it was very fun to watch, she says. So let's see if we can just put that up. For those of you who are familiar with those universes, this will probably be funny. I myself have never seen any of those animes, so I would not know. But that's very cool. And that's one of the joys of going to a convention, because a convention is nothing if not a giant crossover.
That's true. It was really funny at Desicon Japan when they had the versus competition, because then it was different fandoms that had to fight each other.
Yeah.
Snape versus Pikachu.
The Cookie Monster.
Yeah. Oh, Snape.
Yes, poor Snape. We miss him. It's probably the only Slytherin I'll ever really miss.
Aww.
I mean, I've never really had an attachment to any of the other Slytherin characters. I know that's sacrilege to Hidesatai, who loves all the Slytherins, or the Malfoys, precisely.
I'm sorry. My dog thought he saw something scary and he wants to stop it. The other day when I put up my my mannequin, freaked.
What is this person? What is he doing here?
Yes. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, relax, bro. Nein, komm jetzt.
Ryurai and Cecilia says that they would love to see us as My Little Pony characters, so I guess that's one more thing to add to our list. It keeps growing. So now we
I do have a wig.
Yeah? Good.
Give me a minute. I'll go and get it, and
Yes,
I'll
go
do
fetch
a
it.
wig change.
Whoop.
I'll be back soon.
This is the Coscast's first official costume change in the middle of an episode. It's kind of interesting. Okay, but I think we've kind of we've talked quite exhaustively about this crossover thing. So if I'm wondering, do the audience, do you guys have any questions or any comments you would like to make about crossover before we switch subjects and move on to this week's segment of geekery? So I'm leaving it up to you guys. I'll give you some time to think about it. Okay. So in the meantime, what will you be working on cosplay wise, in the near future, Enyassia?
I might be starting to work on Link first. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have the fabric for him, or? There she goes again.
Yeah, I'll just have to get myself some fabrics first.
Yes, okay. Oh, there we go. Pinkie Pie in the house.
Yes.
That is a fluffy pink wig. But it kind of looks red on the camera.
It does, it's not. It's It's hot pink.
Mm.
But it looks red, but it's not.
Cool.
Thank you.
So have you thought about like an outfit you might want to do with Pinkie Pie?
No. So it
not the
sort of
way.
makes it easy if I have to do a Sailor Moon crossover.
Yes, this is true. It would make it. Although I have to say that making the Sailor Moon outfit in and of itself is kind of challenging because it's a lot of white and it's needs to be very tight, and the skirt needs to be attached to you so it doesn't flip, up and down or off and on. So yeah, but we'll get through it. I have confidence that we can do it.
Of course. I'm not saying that will be easy, but at least we have the design.
Yeah.
It's already there.
Yeah, the one thing though, you can make a bathing suit and attach a skirt to that, so it won't slide up.
Yeah. Although I think it's probably a good idea to use a non-stretchy material because stretchy material has a tendency to, show off all of the bumps and lumps one might have in the stomach region.
Then you can get yourself some hold-in.
Yes, you can always do
I
that.
love Holden. It's the most comfortable thing to wear ever. I love those kind of things. I don't understand people who says that the thing they love the most when they get home is taking off their bra. I'm like, no. If I could choose, I would have my bra on all the time.
Wow. No, I like taking my bra off. I mean, I'm not wearing a bra now, so.
You're weird.
Yeah, apparently so. But I don't have big boobs, so I don't have a lot of, back issues. They're not very heavy. So that kind of helps.
You bastard.
Yeah, I know. Right.
I just like things being tight. I hate when things move or jiggle or. Ideally, I would be like a plastic mannequin with no, I would be like this. That would be awesome.
Okay. Ryurai says asks that could she please join our Sailor Moon crossover thing if she decides to do that, and of course you can.
Yes.
Do it.
Do it.
There are a lot of ponies in My Little Pony. We're only 3 people, so
and she's planning to do Celestia, and she's not taken yet. That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I don't look like female version of Scar anymore.
No,
I look like
definitely
some sort of weird person.
Yeah. What I learn every time I put a blonde wig on is that I have a really pink face, and I need to tone that down if I ever go blonde.
Or tone it up.
Yeah, it's just not my color, unfortunately. Okay, well, no, let's finish up with the crossover thing, and let's move into geekery. So what have we read or watched or gamed lately?
I've watched through Salem, and I do understand why there's no season 2.
Oh, you do ya?
Oh yeah, I do. And I have started watching Jessica Jones.
I love that show.
Yeah, I get kind of disturbed about Doctor Who. In the show.
Yeah, David Tennant. Yeah, I know, right?
Because he's Doctor Who. He's not.
And I mean, how dramatic of a name is Kilgrave?
I know. It's like one of the characters says in the show, "What's a Kilgrave?"
But it's very funny. It is, absolutely. And she's a believable character. I like Jessica Jones. She's different.
Yeah. He's unlucky, but yeah.
Yeah, so have you watched anything, Enyassia?
Watched?
Yeah.
Well, still watching How I Met Your Mother.
What season are you on now?
6, I think. 6 or 7.
You're coming along. That's good.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, no, it's my go-to show when I'm bored and I just need background noise. It's like, yes, How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
That was what Salem was for me. I needed it while I did sewing and were noisy.
Yeah. No, I don't like Salem. I don't think it's a good show.
No, it's not.
Sorry to say it's not.
But it's pretty, at least. They have
Yeah,
pretty
it's aesthetically pleasing, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty people doing disturbing things.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much what should be on the cover of the the box set. Pretty people doing disturbing things back in 1800 and something. There's a
Didn't
lot of
have
Doctor
enough
Who
money for
love
season.
in the chat right now, by the way.
Oh, that's understandable.
Well, I'm not on the hype yet. Maybe one day I will understand it, but for now I don't. But I'll watch it if Professor McGonagall is Doctor Who. Definitely. Okay, so what have I watched? Oh yeah, I've watched all the episodes of True Detective except for the last one that's out now. So that's very interesting. I like how those shows are very grim and dark, and they don't spell everything out for you. You kind of have to pay attention to understand what's going on.
That's also a kind of graphically pleasing show.
Yeah, gives you something.
Yes.
And also, what's her name? I think it's Rachel McAdams, who has one of the lead roles in the show. Does a really good job. I'm used to seeing her in romantic comedies and stuff, but she's doing the transition from rom-com to gritty and dark very well.
A lot of actors know how to do that well.
Apparently. Also, Vince Vaughn, which I never really used to take seriously as an actor before, is doing a very good job.
Good for him.
Good for him, yes. Okay, so gaming-wise, what have you guys gamed, if you've gamed at all?
I hadn't had the time to game anything, really. Maybe some Tetris and Minesweeper?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I mean, I've a little bit of Candy Crush on my phone when I'm bored, and I played through the two first missions on Star Wars Battlefront, but I haven't really had the time to play any more than that. But I liked it. It's I'm not used to flying things, so that usually the first times I try it, I end up smashing straight into a wall or of mountainside. So it took me like 4 times to finish the first flying mission, just to get into the actual combat area of the mission, because I kept crashing before I reached it. So yeah, a little pathetic.
Yeah.
A little.
Well, practice does help, though, so...
Yeah. No, I just have to keep
Everyone
at it.
fails a little bit at the start.
Yes. Yeah. But it's kind of, annoying because my husband is, a gaming savant, so he got it on the first try, so that's just like...
But it's like, everybody knows how to play football, right? Everybody can play football if they want to. But
Yeah.
but you can if you want to. Some people are just born more naturally talented in it. But if you train enough, you will get to that step eventually. Like that with that too. You just need to train more for flying.
Yeah, I guess. But I just have very poor, cognitive skills between my body and my brain. My brain works fine, my body does not. Ida has a question. May I ask you something? Do you watch American Horror Story? And if you do you like it?
I watched the first season.
Yeah, me too.
And it was not. And I have been meaning to see season 3 and 4, the one with Lady Gaga, but I haven't gotten that far yet. Number 2, I'm not sure. Is it worth watching?
Yeah. Ida, can you tell us, is it worth watching all the seasons? I mean, I watched season 1, and it was very interesting, but there have been so many other things to watch and do, so it's kind of fallen on the back burner and been moved on, so I just have never gotten around to watching more of the seasons.
I stopped because I didn't like the first season.
No, it was disturbing. I got, it made me anxious and nervous, and I was sitting there with a pillow, like, oh my God, are they going to die? What's going to happen? I get so tired of those shows because they freak me out, so I have to watch them in portions. I can't binge watch American Horror Story. It's just not going to happen. And the same with The Walking Dead.
I just thought it was really easy to guess what was going to happen next, and I find that they used stupid solutions to stupid problems, and they were stupid, and it wasn't really scary at all. To me, which
Yeah, no, I get
I'm a
that.
totally horror fan. I love horror movies, but
Mm. But I think the thing is that I know I can foretell what's going to happen, but I'll still be scared and stressed out because if you do a good job of making it suspenseful anyway, like with good music, good acting, and like high drama, I'll still be nervous, even though I know okay, it's gonna be fine, but I'll still be there like
yeah, because you don't know when it's going to come.
Yes, exactly. You're just on eggshells, like get it over with already.
Yeah.
Ida says, since I'm a creepy Tim Burton loving little nerd, I love it. I fucking love it and do watch more, she says.
Yes, then I will. I love Tim Burton too.
So do I. Love him.
Oh, I love Tim Burton.
So much. If Carrie Fisher wasn't my spirit animal, Tim Burton would be.
Oh, my spirit animal is Vincent Price. That's my spirit animal.
Very cool. How about you, Enyassia? Do you have a spirit animal?
I don't know.
Well, find out next time. Living Turquoise says American Horror Story is amazing. Sadly, the last season is done, but can't wait to know what the next one will be like. Okay, cool. So we'll have to check it out. It seems.
Because I've heard from other sources that the first season is the worst one, and then it just gets better. And I kind of love that they have a new theme for every season.
Yeah, I like that too.
It doesn't get old.
Definitely. It's very cool. Okay, so have we read anything interesting the past week?
I've gamed.
What?
I've gamed.
Oh, sorry. What have you gamed? I'm so sorry.
I've been gaming a little bit Sims 3.
Mm-hmm.
And today I gamed a little bit Red Dead Redemption because we talked about it yesterday.
Because of the pretty horses?
Yes, the pretty horses and the western fields, and it's a fun game.
The zombie version or the normal version?
The normal one this time.
Good.
But next time I might play the zombie version because it's quite fun riding around splatting zombie heads.
Yes. Who wouldn't love that?
I know. Sounds amazing.
Yeah, sounds amazing. Okay, yes. So good. So we've all gamed a little bit, or tried at least. So yeah, have we been reading anything?
Nope. Hadn't had time.
Yes.
So what have you been reading, Enyassia?
I'm still reading the Clerics Quintet. I think I'm on book 3 now in the collective book.
And does the series hold up? Is it worth going through all of the books, do you feel?
Yeah, I definitely feel so. I think it's, I love the universe. I love all the works from R.A. Salvatore. He's a good writer.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'll be starting the first Gist novel, which I borrowed from you yesterday. Haven't started reading it yet, but I'm guessing this might be my new, bedtime book.
It's a very good bedtime book.
Yes. And
although you might not get to sleep.
Well, that is the issue with good books. It keeps you awake rather than putting you to sleep. Also, I started reading the story of Edgar Sollet, which I was recommended by Hidesa Tai, our librarian cosplay friend. She said that it was modern Shakespeare. So far, I haven't gotten that far, but I kind of like how it's almost poetic in the way it describes things. It's not an action-packed book, and it's not necessarily fantasy, but it's definitely fiction, and you spend some time inside of the mind of one of the dogs in the story, which is kind of new. It's different. But I'm not going to put any judgment on it until I finish it. Yeah, so now you know. Yes, what is the chat saying? Cecilia says, you should read The Mortal Instruments. Cassandra Clare is awesome. Ryurai says, love Mortal Instruments, totally worth reading. And also, the first episode of the Mortal Instruments is out on Netflix now, so people can watch that. I've read the two first books in the Mortal Instruments series, and they're a bit too YA for me. I like my fantasy or my urban fantasy a little bit darker, a little bit grittier, a little bit more blood and more explicit sex. It's a little bit too young for me, but that's just personal taste because I like reading about assassins and wars and political intrigue and stuff like that. But if you want, a little bit of romance, a little bit of action, a little bit of an interesting magic system, then sure, the Mortal Instruments can be recommended.
Ooh.
She just froze in the middle of the ooh.
Lag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
There you go.
Yes. Okay. I remembered I watched it's a new Netflix original show. Shadowhunters?
Yeah, that's the Mortal Instruments.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So it's like the first episode is pretty much like the first few chapters in the first book of the Mortal Instruments.
Then I'll watch that instead of reading the book.
Yeah. It'll probably be a fair rendition. Yeah, you'll understand what I say when I say that it's kind of young adult when you see it.
Yeah,
because it is.
Kind of Twilighty.
Yeah. And that's fine because that's the group that it's directed towards. It's that kind of literature, and young adult has been very popular over the past, I think, 2 or 3 years in the literary fantasy world. So a lot more authors are writing young adult novels because there are a lot of young adult readers out there. It's a very big demographic. So I can totally understand that the series is popular and that a lot of people appreciate them.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Twilight.
I didn't, but that's, vampires don't sparkle.
No, they don't sparkle.
No.
And they don't.
That's silly. That part is quite silly.
And also a female character who just is so hopelessly dependent on a guy who just, almost ends up killing herself because she misses him so much. I don't care if the guy's a fucking vampire with a glamour on you or whatever. It's too sad and too pathetic. I don't find Bella lovable at all. So I can't like that series. I'm sorry. I'm probably stepping on a lot of people's toes by saying that, but it's just my opinion. Don't be offended.
Not stepping on my toes, at least. I'm with you.
We're allowed to like whatever they like.
Yeah, of course.
We can't all like.
No, we're not. I said I liked it, and you're just like. Mm. I'm kidding.
That's just our opinion.
Yeah, you just had to force it upon me, didn't you, huh?
Yes,
You had to force upon your opinion and us first.
Simmer down, ladies. Simmer down.
I like. Oh, you're forcing me. I hate. You're forcing me. I like.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't say that the Mortal Instruments is not like Twilight, as Cecilia says in the chat. They're very different. They're both young adult novels, but they're not the same.
They were similar. It's like there could be similarities without being the same.
Yeah, they just belong to the same genre of fiction, but they're definitely not the same kind of books. That's for sure.
No.
The Mortal Instruments do have a stronger female lead character for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. So
good for them.
Yes, good for them. Good for them.
Yes.
Okay, so it's 22 now. That means that this is pretty much the end of the show. We could probably keep talking forever about books and geekery and cosplay and stuff, but we can't do that because it would bore all of you out there. So.
Then we wouldn't have anything to talk about next time.
Yeah, that too. That too.
We need to keep some secrets.
Yes.
For now.
Yeah, leave them hanging just a little bit. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. You can find us, as always, on Facebook. Just type in Pixiedustcosplay, Annabella Cosplay, or Enyassia Cosplay, and you will be brought to our Facebook pages. You can also follow us on facebook.com/Coscast. We are available there, and you will get all the updates of when we have new shows and what new themes will be and any other content that we will be publishing. Our Cards Against Humanity video will be coming soon, so that'll be fun. So Annabella's in the middle of editing it.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, just thanks for watching, and we hope that Matti and Mir will be able to join us next weekend. So stay tuned. We'll keep you informed. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.